My name is Gavin Kaysen, and you are standing in the middle of my restaurant. We anticipate the restaurant to be a casual, fun, inviting restaurant. I mean, it's an old horse stable that was built in 1906. There's massive ceilings, it's 24 feet tall, with beautiful skylights that bring in a ton of natural light. But for me, this is my dream come true in the town that I grew up in, that I'm able to now provide what I've learned and what I've experienced in my life in cooking and in hospitality that I can deliver to the fine people in Minnesota. This is us back here just prepping. Diane Yang's our pastry chef. Chris Nye is right here. Chris Nye is our chef de cuisine. And then we have two sous chefs running around here, Tony and Randall. You know, we have a lot of really, like we found a time clock as an example. My uncle gave me a time clock that was my grandfather's time clock that he used to clock into work at Mpls.St.Paul. We were digging out the space for plumbing. We found a Prohibition tunnel, many of them actually. And this is the wine cellar. This is our chandelier. Like you walk into the restaurant and it's like, it's right there, you can't miss it. So this is coffee brioche.
Oh.
Best part about the coffee brioche is it's actually cooked in a coffee can. So it's a pumpkin soup. To me, fine dining is a perception of value. So it's not, you know, like is this a fancy dish? It's fancier than Campbell's soup out of a can.
Yeah.
You know, like it's fancier than like, you know, what I'm gonna make for myself at home. But it also costs like $7. I don't necessarily gravitate towards it being, you know, fine dining just because it's tablecloths and things like that. Like it's just a delicious soup. That's a cute little sifter.
Yeah. It's a white wine sorbet. Grape frangipane, white wine sorbet, and pear.
The way that I've always worked in every restaurant I've ever run is that I love to have the input from the cooks. I want to know, like the guy who's going to cook this every day, I want him to eat it and say either he loves it or he hates it and why on both sides. Because I want them to take as much pride in it as I do in eating it and in cooking it with them.
You know, it's a great team. I can go to him and, like yesterday when he was helping, he's like, if you hate this, tell me. I'm like, you know.
Like I was saying earlier,
yeah.
Like I want to know.
Yeah, we have to be honest with each other, and that's how it is.
It's a family.
Yeah.
But it's so true. It's, you know, we're nothing, you know, we are not, it's us.
Yeah, it's you guys. You're just building it.
It's 8 people.
Yeah.
Minneapolis is home to me. I grew up here. So it was an easy, you know, it's the question I get a lot, which is like, why Minneapolis? Why did you stay in New York? Why didn't you go to LA or San Francisco or whatever? What's so funny about Minneapolis is everybody in Minneapolis knows who they are. They cook who they are, they present who they are for food, their hospitality is who they are. I have not been to a restaurant that I have felt is unauthentic and or not genuine in this town. And I think as a result, it makes it so powerful. And I mean, I know that everybody in the country is talking about Minneapolis because I hear them and they call me and they ask what's going on and why is Eric Anderson moving home and what's, you know, we're hearing about Jim Christensen at Heyday and, you know, you're moved home to Minneapolis. Like, what is going on in Minneapolis? And it's like, just come. My most important goal in cooking for anybody is that they feel comfortable and that the food is delicious and that they feel like the hospitality is warm and inviting. Like that's, at the end of the day, that's what we do for a living. We just cook food. You know, it's not rocket science.